A soft bed, an easy job, a quiet routine, and a world free from discomfort. They see comfort as the reward, the sign that they've made it. But the samurai saw things differently. To them, comfort was not a reward, it was a warning. It was the beginning of decay, a dangerous illusion that makes you forget your mission, your strength, and your purpose. Comfort softens your spirit, weakens your body, and makes your mind slow and passive. That's why the samurai lived by discipline. They didn't seek what felt good, they sought what made them better. They trained under the idea that every day could be their last. They understood that life is not guaranteed, so every breath was sacred, and every moment was a chance to sharpen the blade of the soul. In the samurai code Bushido, there is no room for laziness, no space for excuses. The warrior wakes before dawn. He trains in silence, he disciplines his emotions and keeps his mind clear. His purpose is carved into his soul, and his life becomes an expression of that purpose. When others relax, the samurai remains alert. When others chase comfort, the samurai chases growth. Because he knows that in life, just like in battle, the ones who survive are the ones who prepare. The ones who dominate are the ones who suffer intentionally. The samurai didn't view suffering as negative. They saw it as essential. Discomfort to them was a forge. It burned away weakness and revealed the steel within. They trained their minds to endure pain, their hearts to reject fear, and their bodies to keep moving forward no matter how exhausted, bruised, or broken. Most people today are so far from that path, they don't even realize how fragile they've become. They sleep in, hit snooze, procrastinate, avoid hardship, and spend hours escaping into entertainment, all while complaining that their life lacks meaning. But meaning doesn't come from ease. It comes from endurance. From having a reason so powerful that even on your worst days you still rise. The samurai lived with that kind of purpose. Every act they performed, even something as simple as pouring tea, was done with presence, focus, and pride. They weren't casual with life. They didn't waste time. They knew time was a blade, and every wasted second dulled their edge. That's the level of intentionality that modern life has lost. In today's world, you are encouraged to numb yourself. But the samurai trained to feel everything: pain, fear, joy, loss, and still stand tall. If you want to walk the path of power, you must abandon the idea that comfort will lead you there. The truth is, comfort is the greatest enemy of potential. It lulls you into mediocrity. It makes you believe you're safe, when in reality you're soft. It convinces you that you've earned a break, when really you've earned another rep, another book, another hard truth. That's why the warrior trains in all conditions, rain or sun, hot or cold, tired or energized. Because the enemy won't wait until you're ready. Life won't pause until you're comfortable. The samurai knew this. They trained their minds to be still in chaos, to remain calm in the face of fear, and to strike with clarity in the middle of storms. That kind of power cannot be built in comfort, only in challenge. So what does this mean for you? It means you need to start doing the things you avoid. Wake up earlier than you're used to. Train when you'd rather scroll. Read when you'd rather watch. Meditate when your thoughts are restless. Fast when you crave indulgence. Speak truth when you're tempted to stay silent. Live like your life depends on your discipline, because in many ways, it does. Every hard thing you do for yourself is a vote for the stronger version of you. And every easy choice you make is a vote against your own potential. This is why the samurai lived with such strict codes, not because they had to, but because they chose to. Discipline wasn't restriction, it was liberation. They didn't follow the path of comfort because they wanted to live free. And true freedom comes only from mastery. Mastery of your body, your emotions, your choices, and your will. Imagine who you could become if you lived like this, if you made every day a test of character. If you stopped running from difficulty and started seeking it out. Imagine the strength, the focus, the pride, and the energy you would feel. That is the life of a modern-day warrior. And while we may not wield swords or ride into battle, we fight wars every day. Wars against laziness, distraction, self-doubt, fear, and mediocrity. Comfort will never prepare you for these battles. It will only make you weaker. But discomfort? Discipline? Struggle? These are the training grounds of greatness. This is how legends are made. So the next time you're tempted to take it easy, ask yourself, what would the samurai do? And then do the hard thing. Wake up. Train harder. Think deeper. Speak with honor. Move with purpose. Live like your name will be remembered. Because comfort is not your friend. It is not your goal. It is not your reward. It is the enemy of everything you could become. Reject it. Fight it. Rise above it. That is the way of the warrior. That is the way of the samurai. And if you walk it fully, your life will never be the same again. Ask ChatGPT.